Hi folks, Joseph Kursky here with some tips about making the most of the Esri User Conference. That's coming up next week. It's the second week of July, and it's going to be a spatial time. Get it? A spatial time, because you've got 20,000 Esri users, more importantly, GIS users around the world making a positive difference in their nonprofit organizations, government agencies, schools, universities, community, technical, tribal colleges, museums, libraries, in their private industry, in their business, in their startup, all across the board, from agriculture to zoology, literally, and everything in between, every discipline in between, A to Z, or Z, whatever your preference is. First of all, I would advise the following. Pick up some swag. I've got some Esri swag here. As a staff person, I'm not really allowed to pick up too much, but we did get these water bottles a couple years back. And I encourage you to pick up some buttons, pick up some cool swag. Go to the bookstore, get some nerdy, geo-geeky t-shirts, and, even more importantly, some Esri Press books that will be there on sale. There's some new and wonderful books available this year. Exploring Spatial Statistics for one, and many others. So I would definitely go to pick up some swag, but more importantly, even go to the bookstore, the Spatial Outlet. It's got all kinds of cool stuff that you could use for yourself, and also get something for a loved one or a friend or a colleague that actually couldn't make it to the conference. I would also say spend time in the Expo Hall. The Expo Hall is actually very inspiring. There's a whole humanitarian zone there, an environmental showcase, and it is really inspiring. People making a positive difference. Habitat for Humanity, the Catholic Relief Organization, lots more in there. Trust for Public Lands, etc. Nature Conservancy. And also in the Expo Hall are universities, nonprofit organizations, private company, many of whom are Esri business partners that serve a certain niche or a certain set of users to help them be successful. And I would also spend time, number 3, in the technical workshops. These technical workshops are very large, but mostly. They're very popular. You're in a huge room with 500 people. You get to know people, get to know your neighbors in those sessions, but you're getting the content from the developers oftentimes, or people that really know what they're talking about. Instructors that teach this stuff non-stop. So ArcGIS Pro, ArcGIS Insights, ArcGIS Urban, how to make a dashboard, how to do advanced AI and data analytics, how to do spatial analysis, how to make those maps really shine. I mean, how to collect field data, how to have a network of people collecting water data and how to check in and check out data, how to publish, how to cite your references as you publish with interactive maps and dashboards and story maps. Anyway, the point is, these technical workshops are extremely well done. Those presenters, and I'm honored to be one of them this year, I'm presenting about ethics with my colleagues Lisa Berry and Ken Field. They put a lot of time into preparing for these, so they're very high quality, and I would highly encourage you to go. Now, back when I was before I was an Esri employee, I was a USGS employee. When I didn't have booth duty or presenting my own workshops, I spent a lot of time in those technical workshops. I'm a little more constrained these days, and I can very seldom get to go to a technical workshop, but usually I sneak one in at the end of the conference. Not sneak one in, but I'm usually free to go to one technical workshop, but they're very well done. Number 4, the map gallery. It's very inspiring. You've got maps submitted to solve specific problems all over the world, from local to global scale. Again, biology, criminal justice, humanitarian, public safety, habitat, energy, water. I mean, the topics are wide spanning. One of my favorite zones in you're not going to be surprised because I'm in education, but the young scholars from all over the world, they are selected from their Esri distributor in Germany, Japan, Australia, South Africa, etc., Bolivia. Anyway, the point is, those young scholars often have their maps of highlighting their research in a zone in the map gallery. I'm hoping they're having one this year. I think they will. So that's great. But there's also, and this takes place after the plenary ends on Monday, we have an academic showcase. So if you're looking for an advanced degree or just starting out with GIS, we've got about 20 universities from large to small, all highlighting what their degree programs offer and their certificate programs. So you're going to be talking with the people that are actually teaching and organizing all those programs and courses. So the academic program fair. So what did we talk about? We talked about the spatial outlet, the technical workshops, the Expo Hall, the map gallery, and the academic program fair. What else? Well, there's workshops and presentations. Some of these are in the San Diego Convention Center, some are in the Marriott, some are in the Hilton. So, take a look at the conference map. You're a map person, so you can do that. Some of them are actually presentations that are in the exhibit hall itself, in sort of demo showcase mode. So these are really quite good as well as user presentations from people all over the world making a positive difference in their communities with geospatial technology and spatial thinking. Now, I'm just going to close with this. I'm in education, as you know, and so I just want to make a case for you attending the Education Summit. It happens Saturday and Sunday before the user conference. And this is a group of 600 or so primary, secondary, community, technical, and tribal college faculty and researchers and staff and university. And also people in education that are in government agencies or nonprofits or private industry. So it's just focused on education, teaching and learning with geospatial technology, and also managing campus facilities, campus safety, mapping campus infrastructure, etc. So that's the Education Summit. So what do we talk about? The spatial outlet, the bookstore, the Expo Hall, the technical workshops, the map gallery, the academic program fair, and the Education Summit and the presentations. That's 7 things. Now there's also off-site and on-site other activities as well. There's a 5K run, there is yoga, there's some networking in the evenings, there's a big party on Thursday night at Balboa Park. And so those are good opportunities for you to get to know others in the GIS community as well. Again, international. You got 20,000 people that really know what they're doing, and also people that are just kind of finding out all about this. So you've got a mixture of seasoned veteran GIS people and people that have just been in GIS for maybe a week, a month, a year. And so it's a great mixture. One of my favorite groups of people there is the Young Professionals Network, or YPN. Make sure you interface with some of the YPNers. And if you're a young professional, tap into that group. They are vibrant, energetic, enthusiastic, want to learn. And so the YPN is a great community there. So I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Esri User Conference. Why is it called the User Conference? Well, because it's all about the users. It's not about me or my faculty, my co-workers, colleagues. It's not about Esri. It's about people making a difference with this Esri technology in powerful ways that are building resilient, safer, healthier, more equitable, more sustainable communities. That's essentially it. Making a positive difference on our planet, which we desperately need. Right? So I will see you there. I'm going to close off right now, but thanks for watching and look forward to chatting with you next week.